the same thing I told you that I never would. Told you I'd change, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. Need you to stay. I get drunk, wake up, I'm wasted. Still I realize the time that I wasted here. I feel like you can't feel the way I feel. Told you I changed, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't
you're gonna make me a stir-fried vegan? Ooh.
Hello, everyone, and let me just check my levels here. Cool, my levels are sounding pretty good. I'm excited. You're all excited. You need to be excited because welcome to another star-studded cast of Gehenna Academy Season 2. Oh, I'm sorry. Mantra Academy Season 2. There we go. That's how we're doing it this episode. Yeah, of course, of course. Let's get right into it. We have an awesome guest star, so I'm going to let them roll with their introduction first. That being said, you might be noticing two people are missing. Uh, Norden Ali has decided to go rambling on for this episode, and Chan is working on some secret plan in order to turn Mantra to dust. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm sure Chan will bring us back more information when they can. Rena is hunting down as Ivy several ghosts and demons. No, they're both out for RL issues, and we wish them the best of luck and hope to see them on here next week. But in order to fill out the roster a little bit and make it so we're not just getting a mantra fest over here, Jay, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell the people who you are. Oh,
There we go. Oh, hey, what can I say? It's Jay Casual. You can find me on all social media at Just Too Casual and Casual Creativity over on Twitch, variety streamer, content creator, and all around storyteller, and currently writing my own TTRPG, a retro futuristic urban fantasy setting inspired by anime and JRPGs, where old world of magic, casters and dragons, fights against a new world of technology with hackers and computer programs. Inhale anticipation, explore deep breath, exhale, excitement. And today, I am the only one that matters in this entire academy. Mercutio will bring about a change. As the tides of the wave move forward, the shadows creep, and the bloodlust becomes everlasting. There's only a few left that can help bring a sense of salvation to these lost souls. Let us see what we can do as the lights continue to dim.
that's spicy. I like that. I like that a lot.
Spicy as hell. Really unfortunate that Mercutio was a 7. Anyway, hi, I am Chantel B. You can find me on Twitter at Chantel B. And tonight I am playing Melody, the head of the Hydra, Faye, who likes to listen in and wants to make heaven on earth.
Do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. Can I sing that without Twitch getting mad? I don't know.
No, that's why I didn't.
There's a sniper dot on your chest.
I know,
right
probably.
now.
It's okay. It's deserved. Alyssa.
Sorry. Hi, y'all. I'm Alyssa. You can find me on Twitter at A Disaster Queer, and I am playing Amara, the Hollow, who is also Team Mandra, also a head of the Hydra, as are all of the main cast who are in this episode right now. Sorry, Isaac. And yeah, they are flying high on their new family here. It's great.
And that leaves little old me. Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Cologne, and I am playing Isaac the Fury, who is, in fact, very furious right now after finding out that Ivy slept with someone else. And it has just brought a lot of anger, and he is in his darkest self right now, which means he's about to burn this mother to the ground.
As it should. As it should. Well, I guess that leaves introductions only for me. Hi everyone, my name is Nick Francie. You can find me at Nobleman Nick. I'm the storyteller here on Gehenna Academy. I'm also the stream producer and the marketing manager here at Gehenna Gaming. I do a lot of cool stuff. Check us out, subscribe, follow, all that jazz. And make sure to come back every Monday night. And hello everyone that's in chat. I love you, we love you, we're glad to be here. I just want to give a quick disclaimer before we begin. As I said before, if you're not a fan of gaslighting, drama, violence, sex, or cannibalism, might not be the game for you. If you feel uncomfortable at any time during our graphic and gory descriptions, or some of our more central stuff, just go ahead, click off. We have plenty of other stuff to watch and look forward to over on there. Your safety and comfortability, or more specifically, is our number one top priority. With that being said, are we all ready to begin? Cool. Let's see, where do we start on this beautiful day? So it begins. We begin with Melody and Amara sitting in the office of Donald Morrison, or his classroom specifically. Donald leaps forward, his kind of like dressed in that shabby overcoat he always wears, amongst everything else, and just leaning on the kind of roughly wooden grain of his like staff walking stick. He's staring at you, Amara, and looks to Melody and so Amara, I actually called you here today because I heard you're having a little bit of trouble with some memories, as you wrote in your assignment here.
Oh, yeah. But I was thinking about it more, and I don't know, I heard someone told me that maybe it's good and I should just keep moving forward without remembering.
It's very possible, but do you not wonder about who you might be? Or maybe
Of course I wonder.
where you came from?
I want to know, but everything I've seen, everything that I've kind of remembered about it is terrible.
Sometimes the moments that shape us in life are. They are terrible, they are painful, but they are essential building blocks for our future. I understand, though, if this is not something you feel comfortable with, then I would not want to push you in such a decision. But that being said, if you do wish to remember, I would be able to do so.
You would? Oh. I mean, yeah, I want to know.
Of course. Why wouldn't you want to know? Oh, as I hit my microphone by accident. Now, Melody, I've asked you along today because as our new initiate, our newest ascended member, it's very important to me that you witness what mantra is truly about. What we do firsthand. How we help people. The cloudiness of memories is often hindered by our all temporal mortality. And
So what do we do?
Well,
So what do we do?
Donald gets closer. Amara, do you mind if I put my hands upon your head?
No, whatever you need to do.
And he slowly touches the sides of your head and begins to kind of hum and concentrate on you. And you can feel a slight vibration almost in his fingers. And you're not sure they're even coming from his fingers. Rather, you think they're coming from your own head that is reacting towards it. And Melody, Donald looks at you, Professor Morrison, and goes, and now you.
Put my hands on her, on their head.
He nods.
Okay.
If that is okay, of course.
Do you?
Mhm.
Okay. And she does.
And as you kind of just like do what he says and join your kind of fingertips almost to his, and on top of Amara's head, you can feel the vibration as well as it kind of passes through almost like a circuit. And suddenly the world tends to fade away a bit. This is an ability you've seen kind of before, but in a different stage of life. You can recall Arden was able to do this. In Arden's bargaining ceremony, where they would transport you to their own little plane. But this plane doesn't look to be Donald's own. On one side of it, you can see the happy trees and plants and evergreen fields and multicolored nature of the Fey realm. And on the other side, you can see this deep, dark abyss that is creeping out. And kind of mashed in between, you see just well-laid masonry and stonework connecting the both of them. Do you see where we are now?
Yes.
Is it supposed to be familiar?
I would not think the abyss would be familiar to you. Does it feel familiar?
Maybe. It doesn't look familiar, though.
But it feels like home a bit, subconsciously.
A bit.
Yes. It's very interesting, isn't it? Very interesting indeed. And we can see on this other side, Melody, this is where your mind goes. You're yearning to be brought back into the realm of your origin. It's your greatest desire, even though you're learning to sort of move on without it, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
And using it, he looks at the own stone work connecting it, and even parts of my mind are influencing the shared scape we have. And the stone begins to extend out into the abyss, forming like a bridge. And he beckons the two of you to follow him. In reality, right now, we're still in the same positions we were, but our minds are wandering. We are astral projecting into each other's memories. This is a skill I picked up.
Does this mean Amara's from the Abyss?
It means Amara doesn't remember where they're from. Amara's memories are locked behind the darkness. It could mean many things. To suspect their origin is that of abyssal in nature would be strange. Tell me, Margie, what's the first thing you can remember in life?
I just waking up, being trapped under ice, and someone saved me, but I don't know who, and I don't know how I got from there to this school. I don't know how long I was there. I don't know what happened. I don't know anything about it.
And you see it. You see snow and a raging snowstorm outside in the woods around the academy. And you see the image of a nude Amara laying in the snow, but not shivering from the cold. Like a newborn baby exposed to this world for the first time.
That's not the abyss, though, is it? I mean, it's ice. It's not this darkness.
And then you are that person, Amara. You are the naked version of yourself in the snow. and something begins to bubble from your stomach. And the three of you watch as another figure rises out of it. Connected almost like stomach and like pelvis to pelvis. They're not fully out of you, but they're also kind of like a nude form as well. As you see the hair begin to sprout. And you see that boy again. The one you saw in your mind's eye before. Weren't able to identify it. Soft, small. You could even say cute and curious, having the same feeling that Melody did when you first met them. Melody, you recognize the person. It's Yone.
How would Yone come from you?
I don't think this is a memory. I think this is a figurative memory.
What does
How
that
do you
mean?
know Yone?
How do you?
The Prince of the Fey Realm.
And then you watch as a howling wind kind of presses through all of you, and you see Yone's head detach from his body, spilling ichor everywhere, blotting out the whiteness of the snow with dark red. And you see Yone plunge his hand into your chest, Amara, and it sort of sinks through like putty. Like different types of like Play-Doh mixing in with each other. He puts something there. And he falls, fading away in the ice. And then you wake up. And you can see yourself walking towards the only kind of building in sight. The academy.
I'm gonna like just start scratching and see if I can.
Doesn't feel any different.
Nothing.
Not as if you could open up your chest and check. You feel skin, you feel bone, you feel muscle.
Are Melody and the professor around, or is it just me?
No, they're still there.
Okay. What happened? What was that? Who was that? The prince? Is this some sort of Fae thing?
Maybe we should dig deeper. And you watch as the stone stairs form, and you can slowly start to descend deeper into the abyss of your memories. You see a new one. The three of you are trapped behind a wall of black ice, looking out to the fuzzy kind of figures behind the wall. You can't see their form, but you can oddly see their shape as you see 5 to 6 people looking around, examining the wall. You're trapped. It's dark. It's cold. You feel formless.
Well, what do the 5 to 6 people look like?
They're fuzzy, kind of like ink. It's like looking at someone through like one of those pane shower windows where you can like roughly tell their shape, but not really their details.
I don't think we should be here. Can we get out? Still? Is there a way out?
You feel trapped. Do you bang on the ice?
Yeah.
And as you bang on the ice, you begin to feel the like one of the figures turns to look at you, and the figure puts their hand up, and yeah, your hands meet, and you can feel like you feel his warmth as the person draws the outline of a keyhole, and they put their lips to the ice like they want to say something to you.
I'm gonna lean in, see if I can. I don't have a key, do I?
And as you put your ear to the wall, you hear the words, "I will set you free."
You will? Who are you? Free from what? Free from here?
And then you hear the words, "What are you doing, Yone? Come back. We're still practicing the ritual." This is the you that exists inside you, Amara.
But it's not me, or Yone.
Or maybe it's the you that exists inside Yone. You see, we all have versions of ourselves that exist in the hearts and minds of others. The way, the me that exists inside you, Amara, and the version of myself that exists inside you, Melody, is different from the version that exists inside myself.
But then how do I find out if there's a different me inside of everyone? How do I know who I am? How does this help?
Maybe it doesn't, but we're still closer to the truth than we ever were before, aren't we? And he looks over at you, Melody.
Well, we know that you only knew you.
Knew me? Was me?
And the only thing you remember is the snow and the cold and coming closer.
Yeah, and then I ran into Chand, but...
And the final memory kind of brings forth to your head as you see yourself looking at Chun, and you feel stones and rocks and mirror shards cut into you as you look at your reflection, and you see yourself shattered over the face of Yone. And you hear yourself cry out, "Why do you try to hurt me? Why are you trying to stop me?"
I don't understand.
And it hurts,
I don't-
Amara. It hurts so much.
Who is it? Why is this happening?
Is Melody there also, like, right
Yeah.
next to Amara?
Yeah, you're there. You're seeing it all.
And Amara's wounded?
Yeah, like figuratively, not actually, but I mean, if you wanted to, what are you trying to do?
I was just having a casual look at Breath of Life. You know how it is. Just
We could say you figuratively use it, because you kind of put your hands on Amara, and you could feel the cuts begin to restore, And Donald puts a hand on your shoulder as well, Amara. And the same golden light. Melody, you've noticed that your breath of life has transformed. It's taken on this golden hue. It's much more compared to a divine light than it is fey magic anymore. Like it has a new origin of power.
Thank you.
Mantra will show you the way. Will help you.
I'm gonna turn to Melody and say, will you tell me what you know about them, about the Fey Prince? Do you know what they were doing, what the ritual was?
Hey, Amara. Do you look at Melody with wide eyes?
I do, after being physically or metaphorically helped by them. Mm-hmm.
You can gain one of Melody's skin moves and add it to your character sheet.
Oh,
adds up
no.
strange impressions.
Yeah, I'm gonna take 1,000 eyes.
Ooh.
Awesome. And I'm going to say the move goes off, so you don't have to erase it from your sheet because you're not deliberately using it. But you all can see, even Donald, you can see... Let's see who has the Hydra. Isaac still has that. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Amazing. You see the point of view of Isaac, who's talking to Reese and Jaime, as well as a sad-looking Thai Money, and you can hear them talking about how they're going to teach Mercutio a lesson. You mention the words kill or murder at all, Isaac? Now be honest with me. Did you say those words?
I know. I think he did say let's teach him a lesson. He did not say anything about killing.
What's the intent? Is your intent to murder Mercutio?
I do not know yet. I'm just pissed enough that I want to beat the living daylights out of him. Whether that will lead into death, that is to remain to be seen.
And you see, you feel the immense vitriol and hatred coming from Isaac, his anger. Such wayward flock wanting to be hurt like that, wanting to hurt others. Mantra will show him the way.
That's not... He said that wasn't him anymore.
People cannot escape
Isaac.
from their base nature, not without help sometimes.
So how do we help?
You have a choice. Do you intervene? Or do you allow what has come to pass to come to pass?
No, I'll intervene.
It's no news that Melody, your boyfriend, does not agree with our methods, as Sylvester tells me, but I would not wish him any harm, as I would anyone who has not been changed yet by our faith.
But what if this is the hard thing, the bad thing that has to happen to either of them for them to find themselves, find their way? I mean, you said...
And be there to catch Mr. Fernandez when he falls then, because he is going to fall. And if he goes through with what he's thinking of going through, he will fall hard.
Okay.
And you feel yourself being pulled out of the dreamscape as you're back into the classroom.
We better go find one of them.
I don't understand why this is... Do you know why Isaac would do that? Would want to do that?
Ivy.
Yes. Miss Valencia seems to be the origin of many issues these days.
Ivy's very popular.
Show him violence. Show his violence with your kindness. Bring peace to his soul. Even if that begets more violence. Sometimes it's the hardest decisions.
I will.
Thank you, my child. You have done so well so fast. And Amara, I know you will be well within us soon enough. Go, my beautiful children. Go. This old man needs rest after that. And where do you two go from there? Or do you do anything else before you leave?
I think I would like to probably head straight to, it was like Ty Money and Reese's room? Or to wherever it looked like Isaac was.
Okay.
Yeah. Wherever that is.
All right, and you two head off to intercept the roving band of this mob that Isaac has put together. And we're going to see everyone matches up at once, I feel like. Mercutio, how have you been doing since the news broke? Have you been hiding out? Have you been not giving a care in the world?
Life is as life is. I continue on. I've continued doing my day to day, while making the most of it.
When everyone comes to find you, where do they find you?
I would believe it would be a semi-secluded-ish area, not like a secret location, but one that's not commonly visited by most people.
Okay, we're gonna see you're out on the practice field because it's snowing. Not many people are out there, and you're just kind of clearing your head with a nice brisk walk through the snow area.
Perfect.
And you see Isaac, Reese, Jaime, and Tyler, aka Ty Money, begin to approach you.
It all comes to a head at some point, does it not? And we'll continue like my semi-walk, slowing down a bit, but like taking note of them as they get closer. But nothing more.
Nothing more indeed.
I would say Isaac would be walking with them. I will say he did bring a sword with him. He did manage to grab that from.
Oh yeah, and you see Isaac with this huge fucking sword on his back.
Do you plan to truly use it?
Well, it's hard to fight a vampire fairly in these circumstances.
And you believe that little toothpick of yours will make a difference?
Shut him down.
Hey.
All right, roll your 2d6 plus your cold, Mercutio. You're shutting someone down.
Right. That is... I don't have my stats, but...
Oh my god, I never gave you a stat. Wow, I am very... you have a cold of 1.
Okay, so that's 12.
Awesome. Okay, let me just type your stats out. I am so sorry.
Good. Amara, why? Why you gotta come at me like that?
There you go.
I mean, I deserve it, but damn.
So you rolled a 12, which means you could choose one from below on the reference sheet from shut someone down without a care. Either so he doesn't have a string on you, you can gain one on Isaac, or you can give Isaac a condition. Or take one
Let's
forward.
go red. Give him a condition.
What condition would you like to give this betrayed, entitled jackass, head of the Hydra?
I'm totally not scrolling to see my options.
Oh, you could. It could just be anything. Just like it just needs to be a like, what he would feel like, right? Something that describes how he feels.
Oh. Either insecure or emasculated, whichever.
Oh, let's go. I love insecure. I think that's. Oh yeah, Isaac, you feel that puts you down, and you feel your grip on your sword tighten, and you almost feel like maybe you're not going to be able to get him with just that sword, even with the posse. You're starting to doubt yourself a little bit.
I think I'm going to use my curse artifact here. And Uno reverse card the condition back to Mercutio.
You're going to use your curse artifact? That's going to be Requiem?
Yes. And then you got to give me a condition. So I am still getting a condition, but not the one he gave me. So you got to give me one.
All right, so you're going to feel insecure, Mercutio, as you feel the power of his sword start to weaken you a little bit.
You have such way of words. See, this is not just any toothpick. This toothpick is made of that very good and tasty cold iron.
And I'm going to hit Isaac with the condition. Isaac, you're getting the condition. You're getting the condition monster.
Thank you.
As you're definitely in the wrong for this right now.
I guess if you're giving me that condition, when I do say this, his eyes do become again more of a neonish purple, the iris colors,
Yeah.
and with that, his veins begin to sort of show off with the same color as well.
And even Reese is just like, looks over, he's like, what the fuck?
Speak your peace, or rest with it then.
I would also say that his voice does deepen instead of echo a bit. It
Yeah.
kinda goes,
I'm down with it.
for too long, you have gotten away with every slight, and we have had enough.
And everyone does take notice of that, and like, even Jaime's like, I don't know if it's that deep, man. I love the
In
snarl.
response, Mercutio will reach up, undo the tie, start to remove it. Then, if you wish to throw a tantrum like a child, perhaps I should teach you a lesson like one. And I have a question on, does my specific mode have a specific appearance that you have from Mercutio?
Oh yeah, you get beefed up. You get basically, you kind of turn a little ugly, but you get very beefed up, and you grow about 7 feet tall.
So slowly, as I remove some of the more formal parts of the clothes, the muscles start to bulge, the veins start to pop, and almost as if a visage of more darkness starts to radiate from my form, as if the essence of pain itself becomes a manifestation observable by the eyes. Then tell me, are you ready to do what it takes? Or will you whimper like you usually do?
As his fangs just grow, your incisors like saber-toothed tiger now.
I think at this point, Isaac will slowly lift himself a little bit off the ground and kind of go, let's go. And with that, he's going to lash out physically. He's going to, I think He's gonna take one of the bleachers, break it up, and try to trap.
All right, so you're using mind over matter, right?
Yes. So I add my cold to this. And what was the other thing? Because
So
I
you
am
rolled
betrayed.
cold. Yeah, you rolled cold instead of volatile. If you're betrayed, your victim must keep their cool before attempting to run away. But Mercutio is not running away.
Ooh, all right. Oh, this is cocked. Oh, come on. There we go. I got a 10.
Awesome. So, yeah, you deal them harm and they choke up momentarily. Mercutio, take a harm as he literally throws one of the benches at you, and you manage to catch it because you're massive right now. But it hurts as the metal scrapes across and even compresses in your hands as Isaac is just trying to bash you over the head with it. And Tyler's like, "Are you? Come on, this is not just they're not trying to beat him. He's trying to kill him." And Reese is like, "Shut up." Look.
Any time now would be great.
And Reese takes, you can see gathering fire in his hand, and he's just kind of lost in the rage himself as he throws it at Mercutio, superheating the metal, and making Mercutio drop it as it scalds your skin. You know, fire is still definitely very dangerous for you as a vampire.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to respond.
Okay.
And specifically, who did this fire?
Was Reese.
I'd like to rush down Reese and with full momentum throw him at Isaac.
Go ahead and roll me volatile. You can add a +1 to what you have now.
Oh, delightful. That is plus that is 11.
Yeah, Isaac, take a harm as he literally picks up Reese and he basically throws you against each other, barreling you over, forcing you to the ground. As Jaime looks around and it's just like, I just wanted to beat him up. I don't want to kill him.
I think at this point Isaac will turn to them and scream, "All of you help now!" and use dominate.
Oh shit, Isaac does have that move, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, go ahead, roll with you can roll with cold on that. It turns someone on.
That is 11.
So you just say help, and you watch as one by one their eyes start to glow that same neon purple. Even Time Money, who has the saddest look on his face, and they begin to dogpile you, Mercutio, forcing you to the ground. Reese is strong, but Time Money is probably the strongest out of all of them, using his Minotaur-like strength to just try to pin you. You could probably out-wrestle him one-on-one in this, but with everyone else, it's getting a little tough.
It's fine. Out of those, Jaime, Reese, Ty, who's my least favorite?
Ooh, probably Jaime. Not because like you dislike him, but you just don't know him enough.
Confirming, we're all on the skirmish team? Like,
Yep.
It's all of us?
Except
Who's
for
our
Isaac.
least out of these three, who's the least valuable member?
Ooh, Jaime.
Jaime? Is he left-handed or right-handed?
He is right-handed.
Precise. I want to sever the tendon that allows I specifically want to cut along the wrist to neutralize his right hand.
Okay, he's a ghoul, so that's good. He can, no matter what damage happens to him, he will eventually get back up for him, so you don't feel as bad. Go ahead and roll volatile once again.
Right. Still with that same +1 or
Yeah.
not? Okay. That is 10.
Are you biting for it, or are you slashing with your claws?
I'm actually aiming to dig into and rip. I want to actually pop it like a soda can from the wrist off.
You do that with a little bit more success than you think as you tear away his entire arm. Half his arm up to his forearm as you watch with your strength, muscles and tendons and bones as the crack happens. Jaime cries out as his whole, basically half of his forearm to hand are just ripped apart, severing, pulling apart like, like that stretchy cheese, and just you fling it, smashing against the wall, and Jaime goes, "Oh, not again!" And
I'd like to hold on to this arm.
okay. And Jaime digs in. You take another cumulative harm just from everyone as he digs into your exposed leg, trying to take a huge bite out of it. He's all about eating people.
All right, let's see. What's my mood like? I'm going to roll an impulse to determine how bad this is about to get.
All right. Isaac, are you going to do anything, by the way?
I think at this point, Isaac is going to sort of psychic throw his sword at Mercutio to stab him.
Okay. Roll volatile.
To lash out. Volatile or lashing out? Because I was going to say I was going to...
Well, volatile.
Roll,
Oh, yeah, cold. Yeah, roll cold.
Yeah. Just making sure. Ooh, oh, no boy. No, this is a fail. This is a 4.
Mercutio. Counter. He's throwing the sword at you. Trying to stab you in the heart with it.
Okay. When it comes to Reese and Ty, what specific type of creatures are they? This determines my response.
Ty is a demon. Oh, no. Ty is a minotaur. But, like, you know, minotaur in a human form. And then he can get hairier and beefier, kind of like you can. And then Reese is a demon.
All right, I'm still being kind of pinned, so I'm going to take the free hand I have using the hand that I got from, reach it out so the blade impales that and swing the momentum because I want to stab Ty in his kneecap.
And I don't even have to roll. As you manage to, you impale the sword through on Ty, and Ty screams as he, like, basically buckles off and grabs his leg going, "God damn it," and breaks the dominate. "God damn it. This is why I didn't want to do this." And he's crying out, and you kind of feel bad for a moment. And Mercutio, even you can realize that they're acting normal. They're following Isaac's orders like he's just, they're just following anything he wants it to do. You can kind of tell that he's dominating them.
So now I would like to actually do what I'd like to do, which is, without breaking eye contact on Isaac, I will grab the sword and kick Ty off of it. And I will walk towards Isaac.
Trying to, like, intimidate him?
Letting him know that I have no qualms with ending him now.
Go ahead and roll
Slowly.
Shut Someone Down.
Respect. Respect.
Yeah, you just see this big 7-foot-tall, beefy vampire beast.
That is it's my cool, right?
Yep.
That is a cold is 1. That's a 12.
Yeah, are you okay? Do you want to gain a string on Isaac, give him a condition, or take one forward for your next action against Isaac?
I'm gonna take it forward.
See, Isaac, you're like, what the fuck? I did not entail this.
How far am I away from the school itself?
Oh, you're like a quick, like, just like 100 or so feet. You're like half a football field away.
I think I'm going to make a slight retreat back towards the school.
If possible, to make sure I understand, I'd like to use Inescapable.
Can you read what that does?
When someone tries to walk out on you, demand they stay. If they still leave, I'm free to pursue them, or if I allow them to leave, take 2 strings on them.
Yep, you can go ahead and definitely say that. So what is Mercutio going to say?
As always, you whimper and cower. Stay and fight and die like a man.
I think at that point, Isaac would be running towards the school, but they kind of walk, turn around, and with that, puts his hand on the ground. And I'm guessing the school has some sort of plumbing, right? Or a sewer or something.
So are you not running away? Are you standing and fighting?
Yeah, I'm going to reach down deep in the earth and pull this thing up to just smack
fuck over the plumbing system. Someone's taking a shower right now that's gonna get and someone's taking a in the bathroom that's going to get a real harsh awakening in a couple seconds. Yeah, Chon would have stopped all of this. Just saying.
Too bad he's not here. I got a 9.
Awesome. So you got a 9 to lash out. So you harm them, but choose one. They learn something about your true nature and gain a string on you. I decide how bad the harm turns out, or you become your darkest self, which has already happened.
MC, have some fun. How bad is this going to turn out for homeboy here?
So you're throwing the like serrated pipe at him.
I'm like bringing it out of the ground, breaking the football field, and then just throwing it at him.
Hey, Mercutio.
Mm-hmm.
You could take the harm, and it would really hurt you. Or one of these other schmucks that you have in your hand, Jaime and Reese, could take it. But you would be obviously putting their lives in danger.
I'm taking the harm.
You watch as it goes right through you, your shoulder and chest, giving you 2 harm and putting you into critical condition as you feel yourself stumble back a bit.
Does he still have my sword in hand? Would he drop it at that point?
No, he still has a sword.
Okay.
You probably take a knee with the sword.
It's fine, because now I have no regard for my own life at this point, because Isaac has gone too far, and I'd like to run forward with the full speed, and I'd like to tactically flip the blade, so I hold the blade side in my hand and throw it towards him, slightly off missing, and then my goal is to drop kick him into the sword I've impaled into the ground to force him to be impaled onto the ground.
All right, that's going to be a little tough, but go ahead and roll your volatile. Let's see if this stunt works.
Why not? I have nothing to lose. Dice do me right. It's a 6 and a 4, so that's 10 plus, that's a 13.
Goddamn, son.
So yeah, you throw it, Isaac, you dodge out of the way, like basically like float out of the way, and you kind of have like a smile on your face as you see Mercutio's bleeding the hell out. But then Mercutio throws his weight against you, and you are basically set back like anime style, and you hear a squelch, and you don't even notice it. You know when you get hurt and like really hurt, like it's quick, it's fast, and you just don't notice it until you look down and you're like, oh, I've been critically injured. You look as right through your stomach, your sword is protruding through you. Go ahead and take 3 harm.
And with how close I am, if I'm close enough, I know what type of creature Isaac is, right?
Yeah, well, you know he's like a psychic now. He's always been just kind of immortal.
I'd like to, just because with that, and the blood splatter, I hope would get some of it towards me, and I'd like to like kind of block with my hand and just lick.
And kind of as you get closer to Isaac, you feel yourself basically like hurt. Mercutio, you feel your legs give out as the kind of criticalness finally gives to you, and you're forced to not really take any actions. And Melody and Amara, this is what you run into. Isaac should be almost dead, basically. Mercutio should be dead. Jaime is bleeding out and crawling for his lost arm. Reese didn't actually take any too crazy. Reese just like is tackled about, and Tyler is out with probably an injury that's ending his whole skirmish career for the season, because he just got kneecapped. It's bloody, and Mercutio and Isaac look like they're about to kill each other on their last legs.
Side note, you said 3 harm, right?
Yep.
And I think I had 1 harm before,
Yep,
right?
that brings you to critical condition.
Okay, so then I have to drop all my strings, if I'm not mistaken. Or no? Isn't that what happens?
Yeah. For this one, I'm gonna say no, just because this is more of
Okay.
a, like, I just want to signify that you both cannot continue fighting on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Isaac is still trying, just.
And you try to lift yourself off the sword, but your power is just slowly waning from you. Is that how that Melody's laughing when she...
Also, football field
Melody's
is a
not
mess.
laughing.
The football field isn't a football field anymore.
Oh yeah, it's fucked.
Nothing.
I mean, I can only heal one person.
It's horrible. Like,
There's
you
just
see
a-
exposed body parts, muscles. Tyler's kneecap is blown out. Poor Time Money didn't want any of this.
Just heal Time Money and just take him home. No.
So, bro, did she just
Okay,
leave
so
her?
we've got 2 dying people.
Too bad Amara didn't take the Breath of Life move.
Yeah, it would have been more helpful.
Right. Sorry, I'm reading Breath of Life now because someone's gotta help
Do
someone.
I see Amara and Melody showing
Oh yeah,
up? Or
you see that. And you
Oh.
Do I see it or no? 'Cause
yeah,
I'm
you
impaled.
both see it. It's pretty. It's,
Okay.
Putting your face up.
Melody.
and you feel your beast mode begin to end.
Heal him.
What?
Why?
This is nothing for me. His body can't take that for much longer.
Melody, you would know that it is indeed not just nothing for Mercutio, that he is putting on a hell of a show right now.
And with like this part of the beast, most of the remaining. No! Before.
Melody, your eyes trail up for a second. And no one else can see this but you. But out the window watching everything, you see Sylvester. Watching with piqued interest. I'm sorry, Jay. Continue what you're saying.
Oh, that was it. Just.
It's annoying because Chantel knows. I don't want you to die.
Death is inevitable. Repetitious, even. I find it mundane.
Melody, you could feel the power radiating off both of them. It comes in waves and wafts. It smells interesting. It smells flavorful. It smells delicious.
I can't touch that sword.
That sword is made of. It was cold iron.
Cold iron, yep.
Cold iron. I can't touch that sword.
Yeah,
Even
do I still
if-
have enough beast mode left? Just
You
maybe
want to pull the sword off of? Yeah, you could if you wanted to.
technically, but not really, because I don't think I'll be able to have enough strength to do the full thing. But I do want to try and break it halfway through and pull him off part of it, so it's not the full sword I'm dragging him on.
So you wouldn't be able to break it because it's just because it's part of Isaac's move as an ancient like weapon. But I will say you're able to pull Isaac partially while off, and he probably just falls off of it.
Yeah. do that. No excuses now.
Amara, how do you feel about this?
I'm just so confused. And Melody said this was all about Ivy. Like, what the fuck? This is so much for, like, a girl. I don't understand what's happening. But if Melody does make a move to go towards Isaac, then I will go towards Mercutio. But if not, then I will hang back. I think this is more Melody's show.
I'd like to gaze into the abyss.
Sure, roll with dark.
like to gaze
We're
into the
gonna
abyss.
die before you do it.
While we
I
bleed
know.
out, I'd like to check.
I'll bleed out.
I'd like to Google real quick. What should I do?
What
Can
gives you
I
the
Uber
best
Eats a
ending?
pizza through this abyss check, please? I'd just like to.
You're just gonna save
Oh, we
scum
have a
it.
pizza tonight. What's on this pizza? There's so much information in her head right now. I would like to learn. Who's tastier? That's what I'd like to learn. 6, 9, 10.
Well, we go on.
Who smells tastier?
You get the idea of like a cooking show in your head. It's like cooking with Chef Melody, and there's like a fake applause and everything. It's like we have what will we have? We have the prime beef Mercutio, which a little bit tougher, a little bit more gamier, but the flavor is intense. We also have the softer, more delicate, but of course, super savory Isaac. And you're
Chicken
like,
beef.
USDA certified lean. And the kind of idea is like, well, Isaac here, you get the power of him is that incredibly delicious psychic ability would do well controlling others much more into Melody's wheelhouse. So maybe it's more familiar to you. It's what you like about Mercutio wants the love, maybe still love of your life. Strength, seduction, power, everything, that stuff that you don't have now. You don't have that physical prowess, but you could with a nice helping of Mercutio. So really, it kind of depends on your preference. They both smell amazing. Ooh, Isaac would definitely owe you a life debt after that if you were to save him, maybe even be brought into Monster and complete his initiation. Mercutio, on the other hand, you probably patch up all the problems you've had before in the last episode with him.
Thanks. I enjoyed this show.
Puts the channel off.
I have
Tune in next week.
We'll DVR
Will
the
she
next
eat a
episode.
ghost?
I have one more question.
Of course.
That I feel like Melody would actually know the answer
Yes. What is your question?
to. Does it have to be the whole person, or is it just a slice? Like if I just, take a finger
you
and
imagine
like.
it's just a slice. You imagine if you wanted the whole effect, you probably have to eat the whole cow, but just a little nibble could help.
Little slice.
It just depends how much you want.
Okay. Breath of life. I would
We're using breath
like
of
to
life
do
on.
that on Isaac.
Isaac, ding, ding, ding. Go ahead, and you do not have the condition drained, or do you?
I do not.
Awesome. Roll with dark.
I got an 8. So
Choose one. They heal our harm, and you take all that harm instead, or they heal all harm and someone nearby takes the harm afterwards.
I'm at 4, just to remind you. So someone's gonna drop in a hot second. Whoever gets it.
And everybody's been harmed, so...
Oh, and no one's dead. That's unfortunate. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
But
might
if I
kill
just
someone
waited,
you could wait for someone to die and then do it.
if I wait for someone to die, I don't have to roll and they come back from the dead and I just choose one. I should just stand around. Okay. So someone nearby is going to take that harm because Melody's not going to. Isaac is going to be healed, and while there are 2 of them around, there's also just meat everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So I could just take a piece of Jaime. That's just going to be around somewhere, right?
You want to take? You can take the arm.
I don't want to take the whole arm though. Like, I'm not
You
that
can
hungry.
You could just like little nibble if you want.
Hey, yo,
Yeah,
anybody
just
see
a little-
my tendon?
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I was thinking. Just like a little piece of tendon there, and what else can go into this stir fry? I mean, bone is hard, but kneecap, it's somewhat flexible. It has to be flexible
That gristle
to move.
in there?
So yeah. So like, can I just go around as if I'm helping everyone
And just taking a
and
nibble
just
out of everyone.
take a little bit, just take a little bit, and then go back to Mercutio and do what I can.
Mara's coming to help if you help Isaac.
Yeah, Amara, what are you doing? Because I'll get back to Melody's feast later and what that means for everyone else.
Yeah, when I see Melody head over to Isaac, I'm like, okay, well, Mercutio is the other person who looks super hurt here. So I'll head over and be like, you're a vampire, right? Would blood help?
It wouldn't hurt.
They will like hold out their arm, like.
And yeah, you could drink. You can either go to 3 harm by taking a little nibble, or you could try to drain Amara dry and heal yourself completely. It's up to you, Mercutio. Little nibble. How much marinara do you want?
Just like a whole snack or a whole meal right now. Mercutio will reach for the hand that's been provided, take a slight bite, and start to enjoy some of that. The important question is, how enjoyable would Amara's blood be? I mean, blood is amazing, but like, is Amara
I'm also
like a fine cuisine?
very curious.
It's dark. It feels strange and off, but it feels more bestial to what you are. So, Amara, you're gonna mark experience because of Mercutio's feeding move. How much is Mercutio?
So the options are just enough to heal, or just enough to feel completely great, but drain completely.
Yep, you could heal all 4 harm if you wanted to. Depending on
You're just going to be
let
drinking. Semi like, it starts off like slight drinks, a sip, if you will. But then Mercutio takes note of the fact that this on the wrist is just not enough. There's not enough strong blood flow. And if possible, would like to go closer to like more of the vein area of the arm.
Yeah.
And we'll continue to drink slightly more aggressively, almost excited by the taste.
It
will
feels
stop.
good, Amara. It feels very good. Like,
Mercutio is going to be like enjoyable, not just like go up. We'll kind of like lick along the flesh because Mercutio's like really enjoying the meal.
Yeah, it's weird. This is like Amara's first remembered experience like this, so it definitely it's interesting.
But will not drain completely.
Go ahead and heal a harm then, as you take a bit of blood down your throat. Amara, go ahead and take a harm. And yeah, you're like, It's good. You kind of feel like a mess after. Maybe you need a cigarette. You're not sure.
And then Mercutio will get up. Like, hopefully, if Amara is probably slightly shaken from it, we'll use that to lean and will uncharacteristically kind of give like Amara a hug.
All right, Amara's in a very vulnerable state right now. Mercutio, roll to turn someone on. Roll your hot.
Oh, damn, that's right. That's a thing that Mercutio just does, and that's a thing that happens.
Yep.
That's an 8 plus. What's my? Oh, yep, that's a 10. I didn't realize how hot I was.
Blazing on the fire. Amara, what would you like to? Even Melody's like, did I heal the wrong? Did I make a mistake?
Sylvester, did you?
Sylvester's
Did
like,
you see that?
Sylvester's also turning on.
Sylvester's also like, damn.
Oh,
Yeah, you made
Damn.
the lights
Why'd
come
you
back
choose
on,
me?
Mercutio.
Thirsty.
it's like, damn, you chose the wrong person over there.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Amara is super flustered, and as we've established, they have not done this before.
Yep. Oh, also,
I think they are
Mercutio
not.
get a string on Amara. Sorry.
Yes.
It's like another string. I like these strings.
And they sort of lean into the hug and are just like very sort of weak-kneed and staring up at you, and are just like, what happened? Are you?
Quick, ask him to the formal.
Are you fucking serious right now?
Oh my god.
We're never gonna such a monstrous scene like this. This backdrop of violence.
I mean, it's suiting. But for all I know, Mercutio and Melody are going together still. So
You can still ask. What? I don't understand.
that's
Hey,
true.
this is your moment. Melody had her moment. Now it's your moment right
It's your
now.
turn, Amara.
Exactly.
I know, it's terrible. I'm trying to think of what I give myself to you would look like in this bloodbath.
You could just literally just like lunge at him and try to make out with him. That would be giving yourself to him. You could do it figuratively too.
A really deep hug.
The choice is yours.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with whatever happens in this scene.
Okay, good.
Because you're just getting passed around. Between all the members of Isaac, you're next.
I mean, Isaac already got penetrated by the blade.
I'll see what Isaac's doing in a hot second.
Yeah, Amara is going to sort of lean into the hug and like bare their neck a little and be like, do you need more? Are you? That was...
Are you offering more?
Oh, no.
Yeah, whatever you need.
Mercutio will accept this to feed a little more. It may not make a difference since if I drink too much, Amara will.
You can go ahead and heal another harm.
Trouble.
Yeah, they need some time alone, basically.
But this one coming from the neck is definitely a lot more sensation going on.
Yeah, and that happens. It's not sex, but in certain places, it kind of looks like it might be. It's definitely Mercutio, and like everyone's it's just kind of for everyone around. It's kind of like a little awkward and a little like weird just to watch. So everyone just kind of shuffles around. For Melody though, it gives her the perfect cover. Are you being secretive about it, or are you just being overtly like taking bites out of people?
I mean, that's not something you do in public generally, so I'm gonna just be quiet about it.
So you would have to take a bite out of Thai money if you wanted to take some of Thai money. It's like not like his flesh isn't disintended. It's still on there.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah.
It's all.
You could drink some of his blood though if you wanted to.
Is that will that work? Is that enough?
You could like be like, "Oh, kiss it to make it better," and then just. I mean, he's in pain. I won't notice.
This is
Well,
true.
that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, what I was thinking more was, more that she would be like, I don't know if I can do what I did for Isaac, but I can try. I just need to look really close and then just bite a little bit.
And
Just
he
a little-
screams.
little-
He doesn't know
little
what's going on, and you feel the little bit of time on his knee. The flesh.
time on knee.
Time on knee. Yeah. The flesh just kind of.
I hate myself. I hate myself.
slog down your throat. The blood.
That's why I log off.
I hate what I just did.
The
I'm so
flesh
sorry, everyone.
Dropping into your stomach as you chew, and it tastes like the finest steak. Literally, you pull some of the tendons as you do, cutting it off of your teeth a little bit so it looks like that stringy part of steak, you know, in the fibers. It tastes good. It's really good. Reese doesn't really need help. He's just kind of out of it. Do you take a bite out of Reese?
Who took the damage?
Ty,
Where did that go?
Jaime, Mercutio, and Isaac.
So all of them took no, as in I healed Isaac,
Oh, who took the
but I got an
damage?
8. Who took the damage?
Oh.
That's your
Ooh.
call.
Someone passed out on that. Oh,
Eeny, meeny.
Unless you spread it out, like you could.
Jaime's dead.
As long as it's not Ty. Oh, but I mean Jaime's. That's fine. That's what Jaime
You
does.
get to Jaime, and he's like,
That's what Jaime does.
Jaime is
That's
yeah.
Jaime's special skill.
Jaime is dead. Jaime has bled out completely. I guess you won't be needing any of this.
Yeah. That means I don't have to have the arm. I could have like a little. I mean, I Chantel don't know anything about like the best body parts.
To eat.
So
Yeah, I don't think.
of a
none of you-
ghoul.
So, depending on what kind of meat you're trying to go for, dietary
please.
portions, you should aim specifically for quads and thighs. It's the meatiest part with the most amount of protein content.
Yeah.
Depending if they're fit enough, you get a lot of the pectorials or the lat muscles at the back. If you want a lot more lean, less gristle. Just
Jay's
dropping knowledge for you
Jay has
today.
done this
Yeah,
before.
just-
this
I
is
mean-
Mercutio's knowledge that I know totally.
Possibly some of the buttock, like you get a little bit of the fat, but then there's also muscle underneath. Like you get.
So you're like pulling
Is-
down
is-
his
is
pants
that-
and
or
just
is it-
taking a bite up. I mean, you can. If that's what you want to do.
I'm not gonna that. No, I wouldn't do that with him like dead. That's for Melody. That's a we do that alive
Yeah.
situation. So
When-
no, it would just be like.
When someone I'm about to make a really crude joke, but you know what I'm gonna say. When someone said, you know, eating ass is the new thing in 2021, I don't think that's what they meant.
Just
And
saying,
yet here we
it's-
are.
And this here
And
we
They're
yet
are.
alive,
here
it's
we are.
cannibalism. If they're dead, it's just regular cooking, and really ain't about regular meals.
Yeah,
He's gonna
it's
heal
true.
it up.
Yeah, he's gonna get it back. But that's kind of the thing. If you're gonna eat someone, any kind of eating, they should know. You know. So there'll be a bite of I don't know what's gonna be easily accessible, where the arm was.
Yeah, just take some
Lost.
scraps.
Yeah,
Like little
I'll take
spaghetti.
some scraps. I'll have a proper meal later.
And you kind of like are horrified with yourself after every bite.
Yeah, but also tasty.
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah.
It tastes really good. Why is this something that... Why is this happening to you? Why is it so goddamn good? And then you get to... Well, you can't really take one bite of Mercutio, but you can take one of Isaac if you want to.
I was gonna say
Oh, yeah.
Isaac would have booked it out of there.
Oh, is
the minute
Isaac
she
leaving?
healed
No,
him.
no.
Yes,
See, here's the
running
thing.
Into
Here's,
the woods. Oh,
no,
let me
here's
see.
the thing though. Like before I healed you, you were already bleeding, and I could just because I have to put my hands on you to heal you.
Snow cones.
Snow cones.
Blood cones.
Oh, that'd be amazing. I could have just taken a bite before I healed you. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Isaac, you're in no
don't
position
know.
to refuse. As
No, I just wanted to ask, am I still my darkest self or no?
Let's go over your darkest self, because you escape when you're confronted by someone who has never hurt, excluded, or betrayed you, or shown it. Do you think Melody has hurt, excluded, or betrayed you?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
At
There's
some
been
point, probably.
Yeah.
But she
I haven't
did
betrayed.
But she
She wouldn't betray.
But she did help you. Do you consider that an act of kindness that seems genuine to Isaac?
I don't know, because Mercutio said go help him. She didn't do it out of her own volition.
She has chosen to help. How rude.
I don't know.
She
If
didn't
that's
have to.
kindness. That's not genuine.
I'll let you say that. It could definitely take you out of your darkest self. And maybe that's what you need after this. But if you want to really stay in it, that's fine.
I think what it's saying, because to Isaac's point of view, it wasn't that they didn't come and just go, I'm going to help immediately. It was like, go help him. And that was it. Like, somebody told you to do it. So from his point of view, I don't think he considers that genuine.
Ooh, interesting. So that life debt, though. Let's talk about that, please. What's that about?
And I would
what's
say
that
that
one?
after they healed me, I would have just ran into
Yeah,
the woods.
roll to run away.
This is volatile, right?
If he leaves
would've
something
rolled it.
behind,
Well-
can it just be like what Melody ate?
I actually got that's a minus, so that's a 9.
Do you want to leave something behind?
No, I'm gonna cause a big ass scene.
That's already
I-
happened.
Oh, okay.
As you run, you know what? I'm gonna say you run into something worse while causing a big ass scene. I'm taking control here. Fuck you,
Okay.
Isaac. No, I'm joking.
Oh,
Isaac, you run right into the arms of the dean, who has come to wonder why the infrastructure of the school has been ripped up and what has happened. And Melody has just finished gorging herself on some tasty little noms. Amara is basically committing public indecency with Mercutio.
Oh yeah.
And as you kind of go up and you see the dean looks and goes, What the fuck happened?
I would like to make a point in case the dean would also notice that there is still a pipe in Mercutio's shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? And to Ty Money just screaming on the ground, to Reese, to Jaime, who's just expired. And then you see Donald. Professor Morrison looks at Melody and nods at you, Melody, and nods at Amara. And you can almost see when he looks at you, Melody, he gets a slight smile and goes, Well, Dean, seems like things are far more worse than we initially thought. And Dean Said looks over and goes, I guess it is time to consider your proposal. All of you to the hospital wing now.
Melody will help Ty Money to get the.
I didn't want to attack him. I didn't want to do it. Something made me.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. Oh,
We'll figure it out. It's okay.
I'm not gonna be able to play skirmish, am I?
Probably not.
Fuck. And as you're like helping him in, you can kind of feel the tears hitting you because he's a big guy, so it's like kind of falling on you.
MC?
Yes.
Question? Very dumb move, but can I still dominate people, or
Are
am
you
I
gonna-
kind of in a wicked state right now?
You're kind of a wicked state. You could try to dominate the dean if you really want to, but I don't know if it'll work.
Fuck it. I might as well, because he does not. He just kind of goes, no, and just... This is so stupid. I got a 9.
That's not gonna be enough.
Am I still getting creepy?
Yes. Because you're looking
All
creepy.
right.
And the dean looks at you, and for a second, raises his eyes, and goes, "Really, Mr. Fernandez?" And just with like one mighty grip, just backhands you. Doesn't give you harm, but sends you careening to the ground. I assume you were the orchestrator of all this.
Oh, I'm not knocked out? He just backslapped me?
No, he
That's it?
backslapped you.
Oh, okay. I thought he
He's
backslapped me and I got knocked out.
He's standing over you. You orchestrated all this, didn't you?
Maybe.
I have no time for people like this at my school that bring so much chaos. I tolerated your case because you were brilliant, Isaac, and will not tolerate no more. Consider yourself expelled.
Great. Your school's a sham anyway.
Get up, pack your things. I want you out of Gehenna Academy by the end of the night.
Kind of walks off.
With that scene, Mercutio will kind of like have kind of finished drinking a little bit, will have licked the wound to soothe it over, and upon Isaac getting like hit, will kind of pull Amara closer as they observe the scene. Kind of like a sheltered hug, if you will.
Melody, did you say anything to Mercutio as you're all walking back to?
Melody doesn't, but what Melody does do is look at Amara. What's Amara doing?
Amara is looking extremely lost and confused, but definitely sort of leaning in and sticking close to Mercutio.
Amara, are you okay?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just... What? I don't understand. I don't... Are you? You've got some blood. Are you okay?
Mm-hmm. It's just from helping people. Is this what you want?
What do you mean?
Eyes move to Mercutio, move back to Amara.
The subtlety is lost on them.
Mercutio. Do you want Mercutio?
Mercutio, you're present for all this.
Yeah, I'm standing. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm looking in.
They're objectifying
I'll
you right
respond.
now. Do you say anything?
Just only when I heard my name, I just, yes.
I don't know, not
It's up to
in
you.
the way that Isaac did. To Ivy, not to Mercutio. I didn't think I did, but I don't know. I mean,
It's up to you.
Is that? What about you though? Is that okay with you?
And she looks at Mercutio. Mercutio can do whatever he likes.
We're all allowed to make our choices, no?
We're all allowed to make our choices always. It's just some people don't like the choices that other people make.
Interesting.
But I mean, would you wouldn't dislike it like Isaac did, though? Like,
I am not Isaac. I'm nothing like Isaac.
I mean, I didn't think Isaac was like this.
I don't put a great deal past Isaac, to be honest.
That's what Sean said, but he seemed kind.
Mercutio will kind of like not step away, but like pull from the grasp and finally reach for the pipe and remove it. The thing about Isaac, as annoying as he proves to be, that's what happens when you've been hurt so much you don't know what to do with it. We'll chuck the pipe to the side.
Can we heal that? Amara, can I fix him? I can fix him now.
Can I fix my toy? Can you fix my toy? I can't right now. I'm just too tired. But if I rest...
It'll take some time, but Mercutio could probably mend it.
Mm-hmm. I've gained enough in our time, Amara, to aid in my own self-recovery. And to this question posed by Melody, I give you this. 24 hours. That's about the amount of time it'll take for the feeding sensation to leave you. After that tingle enjoyment fades away, if you still desire it, you come to me. That way the choice is only yours and not influenced by, well, the generosity of my recovery.
What about you, though? Do you desire it?
I find many things equally enjoyable as they are frustrating or mundane. However, that moment was of the former. Enjoyable, curious, and I could find myself at least invested in what may come of it. However, if you choose not to, then amicably as friends, we are.
And Mercutio, as you're saying this, you begin to focus on the many people in your life that you've shown romantic interest to. Amara not being the first. You think of Melody, who, despite you breaking up or being a little bit of a tizzy, as it were, right now, you show you still do love them. And Ivy, who you weren't sure, but you do feel kind of a certain underlying passion for as well.
But, Amara, I do want to be aware of all thoughts that come to this. Isaac came for me because he sees the monster that seeks beneath my flesh. Even Melody sometimes may not be keen on the nature of my behaviors. I'm far from perfect. If you so choose to follow that path, know what it comes with.
I can't even do that for you. I can't say the same thing for you. I don't know what kind of monster I even am. Is that unfair to you?
And
I was trapped.
Mm-hmm. And you also remember, Amara, like, Mercutio doesn't believe in mantra. He doesn't understand them. He downright puts himself in opposition to them.
Just because Melody couldn't make him understand. That doesn't mean maybe I could.
Mercutio will adjust the shoulder where the wound is. And we'll start to walk away a short distance, dig through the snow, pull up the tie. Remove the snow from it, blood still on it. Kind of wrap it around the arm and tie a knot, secure the wound. And start to walk back. It's only a short distance. But ultimately the choice is yours. And looks over at Melody. No one else can make the decision for you. You have to decide what is right or what is wrong.
And you finally reach the hospital wing. As you're not sure, what to make of this, I almost died, and I'm talking about the relationships in my life, which actually makes a lot of sense, seeing that you almost died. Maybe you need to start reconsidering things. But you started getting putting up in beds and stuff like that. And kind of as stuff goes on, before we take our mid episode break, you hear a few comments like Ty Money's not gonna be able to play for the rest of the season, and like he's been probably a little bit permanently injured by this. Reese is okay and can go home after a little bit of sleep. They assemble Jaime on a table in order to speed up the process a bit. And Mercutio, after, a day or two, should be fine. And you hear, you hear the news of Isaac being expelled. And with it, the nurse asks you, Melody, would you like to stay? And points to Mercutio. Stay through the night? Usually I don't allow for visitors, but...
She asks Melody if she wants to stay, or points it?
She asked Melody if she wants to stay, because it's kind of common around here that Melody and you are together. The news of your fight hasn't really reached. The thing is, Melody, do you stay?
Melody would ask Mercutio, do you want me to stay?
At this point, I believe it's more important to determine if it is something you wish to do.
I love how Mercutio just talks around everything. I love it.
Yeah.
So you'll stay?
I'll stay.
Mercutio kind of semi-relaxes as much as one can with a gaping shoulder wound. And burn wounds. And bleacher wounds. And cold iron wounds.
And everything wounds.
Wounds, just
Mental
wounded, just
wounds.
very wounded. Mental wounds, psychic wounds.
The last quick scene we'll do before going to the break. Isaac, you go to your room to collect your stuff, I'm assuming?
Oh, yes. just very angrily though.
Elliot's there, and Elliot's like, Isaac, are they okay? Are you okay, dude?
Elliot, leave.
I mean, it's my room too.
Leave.
Come on, man. I'm your friend. What's wrong?
I will throw whatever I can, like a dresser, just near him to tell him to get out.
And he looks at you with the first actual like signs of being hurt in a very long time. Like emotion, like his feelings definitely like hurt. As he goes, yeah, I'll leave you alone then. And kind of stumbles out of the room. How is packing up for you, Isaac? Do you take everything, or do you just take the bare minimum?
I don't touch anything. It's just me throwing my luggage and just throwing everything, just using my mind and my suitcase with my sword in it, and I just leave.
You take one suitcase. You just probably take like the essentials.
Yeah.
You leave the posters hung up.
Yeah.
The art, the little knickknacks and paddywhacks that you had.
I take my necklace though. I do take my necklace that I still have on me. So.
And you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror, and for a minute you can almost see the sad face of Amy looking at you, as if to ask, "What have you become?"
I think I will stare at the mirror for a second.
And then it breaks.
And shatter it, yeah.
And you leave. And walking out, the only person that tries to stop you, who's walking past, Jay looks at you, and he's like, "Hey, did you think more about my offer from the other night? Are you going somewhere?"
Jay, a word of advice. You don't tend to have the best, how do you say, options in men. Leave me alone. And I walk off.
A simple no would have sufficed, is all you hear, and he leaves, or they leave, sorry. And you leave the academy and head towards town, where you do have that apartment waiting for you. And I think that's a perfect time to take a little break before our last like half an hour to 40 minutes. See you guys in a little bit.
I do the same thing I told you that I never would. Told you I'd change, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. Need you to stay. I get drunk, wake up, I'm wasted. Still I realize the time that I wasted here. I feel like you can't feel the way I feel. That the same thing I told you that I never would. Told you I'd change, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. Need you to stay. I get drunk, wake up, I'm wasted. Still I realize the time that I wasted here. I feel like you can't feel the way I feel. I'll be fucked up if you can't be guided. I'll do the same thing I told you that I never would. Told you I'd change, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. When I'm away from you, I miss your touch. You're the reason I believe in love, and it's been difficult for me to trust. And I'm afraid that I'ma fuck it up. Ain't no way that I could leave you stranded, 'cause you ain't never left me empty-handed. And you know that I can't live without you. So baby, stay. I'll do the same thing I told you that I never would. Told you I'd change, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. I'll do the same thing I told you that I never would. Told you I'd change, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. I do the same thing I told you that I never would. Told you I'd change, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. Need you to stay. I get drunk, wake up, I'm wasted. Still I realize the time that I wasted here. I feel like you can't feel the way I feel. I'll be fucked up if you can't be guided. I'll do the same thing I told you that I never would. Told you I'd change, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. When I'm away from you, I miss your touch. You're the reason I believe in love, and it's been difficult for me to trust. And I'm afraid that I'ma fuck it up. Ain't no way that I could leave you stranded, 'cause you ain't never left me empty-handed. And you know that I can't live without you. So baby, stay. I'll do the same thing I told you that I never would. Told you I'd change, even when I knew change, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. Need you to stay. I get drunk, wake up, I'm wasted. Still I realize the time that I wasted here. I feel like you can't feel the way I feel. I'll be fucked up if you can't be right. I'll do the same thing I told you that I never would. Told you I'd change, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. When I'm away from you, I miss your touch. You're the reason I believe in love, and it's been difficult for me to trust. And I'm afraid that I'ma fuck it up. Ain't no way that I could leave you stranded, 'cause you ain't never left me empty-handed. And you know that I can't live without you. So baby, stay. I'll do the same thing I told you that I never would. Told you I'd change, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. I'll do the same thing I told you that I never would. Told you I'd change, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. I do the same thing I told you that I never would. Told you I'd change, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. Need you to stay. I get drunk, wake up, I'm wasted. Still I realize the time that I wasted here. I feel.
And we are back with more Gehenna Academy. How's everyone doing today? Enjoying yourselves, living life? Excellent.
Bit peckish.
A bit peckish.
Some good old-fashioned man steak will do that.
Yeah, that's how it definitely goes. Yeah. So you might check out the window of the hospital when you might see Isaac begin to leave the academy. Amara, do you want to run to Isaac before he leaves?
Yeah, either before he leaves, or I think I know that he has an apartment in the town because he talked about watching Mantra from his backyard. So
We'll say
either
that
way,
you get to him as he's leaving, like you're out in the snow, and it feels so familiar out here.
yeah, and Sean doesn't around to comfort me this time, but it's fine. It's fine. I don't need him anyway. Isaac, you're leaving already?
Just not a word. It's just walking, just without paying attention. Still looking really freakish.
No, wait. Come back here. What are you doing? What happened? What was that?
We're still very new to this place. They make monsters here. Do you understand that?
They protect monsters here. We're
You know what happened last year?
not really.
You're about a kid named Yon.
Oh,
I've heard the name. Who were they? What happened? What happened?
Yon was a fae, a very high up fae. He was the equivalent of a prince or royalty. Then he went on a psychopathic rage and started killing students. Particularly, he killed two. He killed Lucas, and he kind of got Victoria in trouble. But Victoria did it of her own volition. And also, Arden also died as well. So it's 3 students that died because of a madman. And what did the school do? You may be asking yourself. They swept it under the goddamn rug is what they did. Because they only care about the bottom line. It is a place of hypocrisy, and I, for one, refuse to take part of it any much longer. Especially with these mantra assholes.
So much there. A madman? No, I mean, he wasn't that bad, was he? Like always, though.
You didn't see what he did to Lucas. Let's just say it was a closed casket.
But he freed me, though. He can't have been. If he was that bad and he freed me, then
He was sadistic. He was manipulating. And he was one of the most evil things this school ever produced. He was in turn responsible for the endangerment of lives on multiple planes. If you think you're a product of that, then you really shouldn't be here.
shut me down, please.
yeah, that's
I got that's 11.
okay. As per the rules, yeah. Do you want to? What do you want to do? Does Amara have strings on?
Mm,
One string on Isaac. You could make them lose that string.
I think I'm gonna give it the condition. I'm trying to think of a way to word this in a sense of like thinking about. I'm trying to find the word. I can't find it. Sort of like thinking about mantra, like they're not what they seem. I don't
Doubting?
know. Doubting, yes, doubting. I would give you doubt.
Gonna take an XP there because I got a condition.
Hey.
Better than nothing.
But I mean, if I'm a monster, if I shouldn't be here, and you think I shouldn't trust Mantra, I shouldn't be with Mantra, and I can't be with Chand, like, what am I even supposed to do?
You just got to the mortal plane, or you're in the essence just born. That is a question that everybody must ask themselves, and only you can find the answer to that question. Not Mantra, not the school, and definitely not Chun.
Is this fight your answer? Is this what you are? Is this who you want to be?
My voice does get a little louder and kind of goes, I am what everybody needs. Someone to blame all their problems on.
It's not like you didn't have a part in this. I saw you bring Tyler and Reese and Jaime out here to attack Mercutio. That was your choice, Isaac. You did that. You're not getting blamed out of nowhere.
You wouldn't understand.
So explain it to me. Explain. Against what everyone said, I trusted you. I thought you were a good person. I wanted to follow.
Isaac, everything they say, you can feel this like armor that you've put up kind of start to break a little bit and chip away. Because Amara has never hurt you.
Me.
Amara has never excluded you or betrayed you. Amara didn't know you before and never treated you like everyone else did. And now Amara is confronting you. Is that enough to break the mirror completely?
Yes. But with that still happening, he will begin to revert back to normal. But he will go, Amara, walk away. And he's going to try to use dominate to make them go. I got a 7. Just got it. Ugh, boy. I'm already creepy though.
And Amara, you feel yourself just walking away. And it kind of hurts you a little bit, Isaac. Because you know the person behind the trigger this time, the person doing the betraying, it's you. And go ahead and lose the condition betrayed, and you are brought out of your darkest self. Then you go. Oh, Amara?
I just, that hurt. Did that hurt enough to gain a move there, Nick?
I think so.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
Look
So
at
as
you,
a strange
champ.
impressions, when a main character either harms or helps you heal, you can respond by studying them with wide eyes. If you do, temporarily gain one of their skin moves. Did you?
We have a whole plethora of options for you to choose from.
Yeah, you still haven't used 1,000 eyes, but so you do keep that until you use it. So what move are you going to take from Isaac?
I'm going to take Dominate this time.
And Isaac leaves the academy. Isaac leaves. And I think we're going to cut. We're going to cut to Melody for a second. Melody, how long do you stay for? Do you stay the whole night?
Yeah, until it gets awkward. Yeah. Whether it does or not, I don't know. But yeah.
And what do you and Mercutio talk about, if anything? Or do you just sit in each other's presence?
Melody would be quiet unless Mercutio says something. And just sit with them.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Out there, Isaac and I, the brink of death.
Yeah.
And I speak this with no judgment. Why did you choose to heal Isaac first?
A few reasons. Because that's what you wanted. Because you're right, and Isaac is still mortal. Because you're you. And I feel like I've already tampered with that enough.
You know, I would do anything for you. I would face down every single creature that dared any harm upon you. But I can't help but feel that most of your pain seems to stem from me. Your conflictions, your hesitations, your emotional suffering. I'm not one to express deeper than surface emotions, that is obvious, but for what it's worth, I am sorry.
For what?
For not being who I should be. At least for you.
And who's that?
I sit on that question more days than I should. After everything we went through last year, and even in recent times, it just feels disconnected, distant. I feel we're reaching a point where we won't be able to stand on the same place together.
Why don't you like mantra?
See, I don't like bullies. I don't like school. I don't like dark chocolate. Mantra, I hate them. They seem so capable, sure, to most. But what they do, is just another form of seduction. Manipulating things for what they may call a greater purpose, self-actualization. But I've seen enough ways that people bend the truth ever so slightly to appear one way over another. And I know, deep inside my very essence, that what Mantra is planning, beneath all their promises, all this guise of beneficials, there's nothing but malice underneath there. A darker vision.
What if there isn't? What if it's just what they say, and we're just trying to do the right thing
And as you say
and be
that,
good?
you can almost see in the reflection of the mirror, or not the mirror, the reflection of the window, you can almost see the shadow and shape of Sylvester. As if it's not there in reality, but rather something projected forth by your mind.
I understand that you are connected, devoted to them. But I do not believe nor subscribe to their principles that try to aim for this perceived opportunity. The measure of the members is valued by the behavior of those who hold power and those that are in charge that we observe. Especially, and I speak this not of just over you, that cur Sylvester.
What have they done? What have you seen that makes you think that anything they've done or anything that they are is bad?
You can feel the sensation.
Or is it just that
the sensation in your skin. You remember your night with Sylvester, where his lips touched your back, where his hands gripped you, where your bodies entwined.
or is it just that you're not that?
Not that. divides me from Mantra is the fact that I, much like every person, has a beast, a monster inside of them, yet Mantra pretends that they're not. And anyone willing to pretend that they don't have darkness in them is because they have embodied that darkness.
The enemy. The enemy. It'll tear you away from us. Kill him before he smothers you.
I just want you to be safe, Melody. You are an amazing person. Capable of so much. And I worry that Mantra is taking advantage of.
Show him what you're
Gifts.
capable of, my child.
You know how much that I love you, Melody.
If we embody the monster, then nothing we're saying or doing is a lie.
And Mercutio's gonna like get closer and kind of like half like reach out his hand. Listen, you don't need to embody it.
Eat him. Eat him.
We can be better than that.
Rip.
You don't need them to make us better. I've become better exclusively because of the people that I consider friends, that I consider dear to me. Not for anything that Mantra preaches, but because I choose to not let the beast control me, so I can be who I'm meant to be, not the darkness in me.
But that's... She puts her hands on his face. That's lying to yourself. And I don't know if it's even possible for Melody, but
roll volatile.
Hey, guess what?
What?
I rolled double ones. What is it with my dice and like having great responses?
I'm sweating.
You see Melody try to turn your head in a rapid motion, but you're strong enough to fight back. And when you're about to do so, when you realize as you look at Melody, this person is trying to kill you. The love of your life wants to hurt you. And in the door, you hear a knock. Melody, and you see Sylvester. I hope I'm not interrupting anything. The headmaster wanted to see you. The dean, I should say.
and Mercutio's eyes start to glow, and that, as if the beast mode is literally scratching at the surface, the fangs do start to grow for a moment. So much so as Mercutio's hands dig into his own, piercing through. You're being summoned. Like the pet you've become. And Mercutio just pulls away and just turns the other direction.
And you know what? I'm not going to require you to shut down. That's part of the hard move. I'm going to give you the condition melody. Follower.
Ooh.
I would give you pet, but I feel like that has too many other connotations that I do not want to delve into at this time.
That is fair.
Gotta save some things for season 3.
Can I get rid of jealous? I feel like that is absolutely
Yeah.
not where we're at. Thank you.
On that point, I feel like I need to also get rid of a few, but that's right.
I think Mercutio is definitely not a liar anymore. He's saying what's on his mind. Melody, you know if you walk out of the store right now, that's kind of it for your relationship.
Melody leaves.
You can both remove the condition broken up. We don't need a condition. Conditions are temporary. This is not.
Oh. Ouch.
And you leave. And Sylvester goes to grab your hand.
I'm assuming mine.
Yes. Not Mercutio's. This one, that might. You know what? That comes later.
Oh my.
Do you let him take it? Melody. I know this sounds a bit odd, but I know there's a custom in this academy. Talking about a winter formal. Seeing as your ascension, I think it would be to the organization's pleasure, and of course to my immense pleasure, if you were to accept and be my date.
I'm assuming Melody did stand up with the hand receiving, right?
So this is outside the room, so she's already left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, this is not.
How
Can you
we
imagine
thought
in
this-
the room?
No,
I thought
Sylvester's
Sylvester
not
was
that dumb.
ballsy.
That is ballsy as hell.
No, he is not like that.
Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. Are we what they call an item?
Yes.
Double excellent. And he leans in and gives you a kiss.
Which Melody responds to.
And it tingles and it sparks like little fireflies and tastes of like the earth and trees. And for a second you might think you might drag him to the closet then and there, but you don't. And you can feel the warm yellowish hue around both of you. The gold, that divine feeling. As you head off to the headmaster, the dean's office. And I think we're going to cut to the final scene of the night. Isaac. Or actually, second to last scene, but they're going to go five. You get a knock on your door late at night.
Can I see who it is before I let
Yeah.
them in?
Open up, Isaac. I know you're in there. As you see Professor Morrison. I've just come to talk.
where I live, is there windows I can open up and talk out of rather than open the door, or is
That's
that
an
I gotta
apartment.
open?
You gotta open the door if you want to talk to him.
Is it? I'm gonna slightly open the door, but that's
Yeah,
it.
you gonna put the chain on?
Yeah, with the just
Do you mind if I come in, my boy?
no.
All right, then I'm happy to have this conversation through here if that's what you choose to do so. Isaac, the last time we spoke, I told you I saw great potential in you. I didn't lie about that. You're one of the brightest minds to ever come out of that school. And I also think that despite what hiccups you might have had, to see your talent go to waste like this would be... it would be horrible. It would be such a waste of your skill. I told you I would help you. I would help teach you. Help you elevate that ability of yours. And I meant it.
Professor, let me engage you in something. You were right. I am one of the smartest people at that school. Smart enough to know that Amara and Melody should have never gotten there that fast. Even with all the noise I made. They wouldn't only just notice, which means I'm just putting out a feeler out there.
Their abilities evolved far beyond what you even thought was capable. And it could be the same for you. And you
really
are a sharpened spearhead opposed to someone like Amara who doesn't even know what they're about yet. Imagine the edge we could hone on you.
And that's the caveat right there. Imagine what we could hone out of you. And I close the door.
Isaac, and you see the staff come down, and you feel the door blow open. You will
You gonna pay for that?
Exit this conversation without first hearing my offer.
I'm good. Thanks.
Do you think you're going to be able to live here forever? Do you think your parents will continue to pay once they hear you've been sacked from school? Do you think you can get anywhere in this place without a proper degree or any kind of education? You're essentially a college dropout, Isaac. Not even the only job you'll be able to get is flipping burgers. And while you might be okay with that, I am not content with seeing you drop so low. So you will hear my offer.
Let me give you a little history lesson, asshole. I'm part Cuban. Our whole lives has been nothing but hardship. And I doubt me dropping out from a monster school is going to affect me in the real world. And I tried to push the door back in place.
Do you want to end up like the people set in that cave? Because that's what's going to happen if you stay expelled. You're too dangerous, Isaac. If they don't feel like they can contain you in the academy, then they will forcibly control you, and they will seal you of your existence.
Rather be sealed than be a slave to your little organization. Good night. Close the door. I'll push it back on him.
And you see a card slide through the door. When you're ready to talk, Isaac, I'll be waiting.
And I think... Oh, never mind.
Things are about to change at the academy. For the better.
I take the card, and Isaac, I think, will go to a mirror, look at himself really intensely, and cast the Eye of Planar Sight to see if there's anything else within his aura that isn't his.
Okay, so you're using... Oh, yeah. You remember, I don't know if you remember doing this before to Donald. Oh, to yourself?
Yeah, so I'm kind of looking at myself and kind of expecting to see if there's anything outside my usual color.
You definitely see overlaying auras. Plenty of them. As you see an aura of something curling around you with many heads. And you look back, and for a second, the words on Professor Morrison break a little bit, and you can see immense power.
I don't know if I can, but is it possible to sort of like, almost like if I was taking lint off of myself, just take it out and throw it to the side?
What are you trying to do? You're trying to...
Trying to remove the condition.
Oh,
of the
it's...
Hydra.
You cannot... That is a tough one. You cannot.
But I do know it's there, right?
You do know it's there.
Okay. But it's still stuck. Oh. This is gonna take some time.
And we'll cut to Donald leaving, and a scene that none of you see, but I want the audience to see. You see him start to focus and speak. My children. Public enemy number 1. And we cut to the next day as an emergency meeting has been called, and you see the dean standing there. And the dean has a jacket on, and it's buttoned up. And the dean basically says, in short order, as me in order to rush this, there has been many incidents at the academy, many things that I've seen that have made me feel horrible about the stakes, but it ends today as we see and we join with new guidance, and officially my assistant dean, Mr. Morrison, will be assuming this position, and with it, I'm happily proud of myself to declare, and he takes the jacket off, and you see the familiar blue shirt, that this school will officially be under the tutelage of Mantra. Such a beautiful unity of organizations. And Professor Morrison goes, with this, children, we can usher in a new era at the Academy. Welcome to Mantra. And they begin passing out the blue shirts to everyone. And you hear murmurs. Time Money going, I heard they said they can fix my knee. Someone going, I heard said they can help me control my power. Another person going, they've done so much, they can't be that bad. Yeah, Melody, Amara, a few of them. And that guy Andy seems to be really nice. I hear Sylvester and Melody are going out now. What happened with Mercutio? Rebecca's not too bad either. And we kind of pull out. And I want to do a final check-in. How do you feel, Mercutio? As you get the news in the hospital bed. Oh, you're muted.
So I get the news while I'm in the hospital bed
Yep.
about it becoming Mantra Academy.
It's not becoming Montreux. It's not like being name changed,
It's-
but it's like an official unity.
Yep. How heavy is this bed?
What are you trying to do?
Well, that bed should meet a wall across the room.
Yeah, it happens.
Just rage. So much so that my vision turns blood red, matching it. The amount of anger that I feel has broken past fury, and it has become unbridled, unmanageable rage. And we'll leave the hospital wing. And for the time being, we'll just walk away.
Isaac?
Isaac is laying within a ritual circle with a book open and just saying to himself as he sort of rubs his hands together, let's get to work.
Amara?
Could I flash back slightly to the
Yes.
night before? Okay. So after Amara, the dominate wears off, and Amara has been betrayed by their body and forced to walk away from this conversation that they didn't want to, after digging in and finding nothing, finding confusion, finding another monster who is a part of them or made them in some way, they feel absent and disconnected, and with your permission, I would like to trigger my darkest self, please.
I think that's perfect. I was actually going to ask you the very same question.
Beautiful.
Read your darker self, please.
Your body is a prison. You don't belong inside of it. You need to put it in harm's way and make it suffer, just like it's made you suffer. There's got to be a way to cut yourself out of it. You need to meet your makers and hold them accountable for what they've done to you. To escape your darkest self, you must come to see how someone else feels more trapped than you do. So
No,
that's the headspace they're in.
Awesome. And finally, Melody.
Melody is, I mean, it's the weird heartbreak thing, but also it's better this way.
It's better this way.
In a lot of different ways.
And so ends Chapter 15 of Gehenna Academy. Mercutio must die, and officially are meeting the halfway point of our season. What lies next? Starting with Jay. Tell everyone where they can find you and what you have coming up next in your life. Plug your shit.
Wow. Oh, hey, what can I say? It's been Jay Casual, all social media at Just2Casual and Casual Creativity on Twitch. You can find me over at Satine Phoenix's channel Gilding Light, doing She is the Ancient, the gender bent Curse of Strahd. That's every Tuesday at 5 Pacific. You can also catch me on the Initiative Order doing all kinds of things, such as the new Emerald Templars coming out by D'Angelo, and also Vault, the Fallout TTRPG, all over the place, and making my own anime-inspired 5e compatible D&D book, because anime is life, and that's just the way that it is. Inhale anticipation, explore deep breath, exhale excitement.
Alright, who's next?
I don't know. We usually go backwards.
Oh, Chris.
Okay, that's me. Everybody, I'm Chris. I played Isaac the Fury. You can find me on my Twitter at VO_Colon, COLON. Yeah, COLON. There we go. I'm sorry, I said it too fast. New stuff. I have new stuff now, yes. This Saturday, I will be over on Slay Dice ATL's channel for their 1-year anniversary, as I will be raising money for charity, specifically Girls Who Code. I'm going to be playing my first Vampire the Masquerade game at about 1:30 Eastern time. So that's going to be fantastic. It's going to be awesome. And then the 26th, which is next week, next Tuesday, I am teaming up with a bunch of Latinx and Hispanic creators to do a charity event where we're raising money for Latinx in gaming for, and I quote, because Hispanic Heritage Month was too damn quiet. So we decided to all get together. We call ourselves the Familia Fantasma. So yeah, it's gonna be real awesome. And on top of my other stuff, I was part of an app called My Sound Delve. I was part of their disability inclusion update because I am part of the disabled community. I have a lower back disability, so I got to be part of that, and it was real cool. And hopefully, I think next month, we're going to start recording for the Critical Bits cast, where they're going to do the Legend of Korra sort of 48-player battle thing. So that's just going to be pure chaos, so I'm excited.
And finally, Alyssa.
Hi.
Or-
Not finally. In the middle.
No,
Yeah.
finally.
Hi, Hi, y'all. I'm Melissa. You can find me on Twitter at a disaster queer. Coming up this Wednesday at 5 Pacific, I'm going to be playing Vamp Camp with Utopia, which is a lovely GM-less game that was written for BIPOC Vamp Jam. I'm very excited. And then Friday on Well Seasoned Stories, which is a podcast, not stream, I am playing Wander Home, which was, very fun. So, yeah, that's me.
And like that one after, finally, I am Chantel B. You can find me on Twitter at Chantel B. You can find me in most places at Chantel B, actually. I'm an actor, a writer, game designer, streamer, psychologist. I do a lot on Twitter. I actually write, I keep forgetting this actually. I write diary style poetry for Melody over at wordswithcolor.com, which is my website.
It's great stuff. Check it out.
Some of it's not safe for work. Let's just put that out there. Just so you know. Just like this. Everything that I do can be found on the link tree that is in my Twitter bio. I stream over at Lost Worlds Archive, and you can find both me and Norden Ali on Loading Ready Run playing some dragon game.
Yeah, some dragon game.
Yeah.
No, something
Some
no one's ever
dragon
heard
game.
of.
Yeah. It was really fun, called Alabaster Kingdom. Check it out. It's great.
All right, I guess that just leaves me. I was your storyteller for the night, Nick Francia at NoManNick. And yeah, like I said, I work over here at Gehenna Gaming. Love a lot of our content coming up. Special thanks to our sponsors for the night, Elderwood Academy and Die Hard Dice. Do a lot of great stuff in terms of TTRPG accessories, whether it be dice boxes, dices itself, dice towers, pads, all that great stuff. Go ahead and give them a look over. Really high quality stuff, and you can use special code Gehenna 2021 in order to unlock some of that amazing stuff. I'm gonna hit that right now. Right there. Boom. For Elderwood Academy and Die Hard Dice. And then stuff that I'm doing. Holy shit, I got some stuff coming up. I'm going to be in an actual play series with Devil's Luck Gaming. I can't say exactly what it is just yet, but it will be in full costume. It's gonna be awesome, and I'm very excited for it. We've been playing it for about a month so far, so it's gonna be great. Also, towards the end of the month, you're gonna see the first episode premiere of Cradle of Cain, the Sabbat Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, which is gonna be awesome. Kind of a little bit after the Sabbat book finally dropped. It's bloody, it's great, it's so much fun, and I cannot wait to show you all the chaos that is going to ensue in it. That being said, Kingdom Hearts: The Interstitial War returns December 3rd for the second part and final part of the story. Kingdom Hearts: The Interstitial War End Layer. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be fucking out there. And then last but certainly not least, I'm plugging my eventually coming probably January of next year, my Evangelion actual play and a complete original story written by yours truly with a complete original system written by yours truly. So if you like mechs, if you like teenagers with dysfunctional fucked up issues, it's something to check out. And if you like religious horror too, I mean, that's cool. Angels are cool and shit as well. So definitely give that all a check out. Follow me at NoManNick if you want more. If I hit 1,000 followers, I'm going to play Maid RPG in full Maid Regalia. It's going to be great. You should help me do that because I really want to. And check out any of our awesome replays over on YouTube channel or the Twitch VODs here. Last Saturday I was in an awesome Cult Divinity Lost one-shot called Midnight Diner of Good and Evil. Definitely give that a check out. The week before I was also in a Saturday night one-shot raising money for Hope for Haiti with Chris Colon over here in our all Hispanic / Latinx game, and it was so much fun playing Haunted West, the new system by Chris Spivey and Dark Hughes Studio. Take back history because it belongs to all of us fuckers. Alright, that's it. I love you all. Have a good night. And next Monday we'll be back with more Monsterhearts Monday. Gehenna Academy awaits. Bye guys.
the same thing I told you that I never would. Told you I'd change, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. Need you to stay